I feel like every time you release a song, right?
Yeah.
There's a pressure that every time you release something, it has, for me, it like has to be the full representation of who you are. You know what I'm saying? And like,
hear you.
it just carries all that weight. Like, and the reality is, like, you could sweat over songs, you know, for a year, like I have. And then someone's like, oh, Andy just dropped a new song.
On the phone.
Nah, it's cool. Or just be like, oh, it's a jam. And the reception is so different. Like, that people aren't thinking like, oh man, here comes Andy. Like, everything about who he is about to happen in this song. You know, sometimes people are just like, oh, put on a new Andy jam, drive around. Oh, it's cool. Next song. And it's just, you know, it's just fear, really.
Yeah, I get
fear.
it.
It's fear of like not always having like released something that topped my last thing and it's even better.
For creative,
And then if people don't like it, then they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, I'm done, I'm off. And you know, those are real fears that I have as an artist because my livelihood depends on whether or not people
like
my music or like what I'm making.
I get it. I feel like that's a real thing. I mean, your catalog is outstanding. But even like staple artists, you're a staple artist, especially in our space, I feel like sometimes the fans just want a moment to just jam and they're not, you fed them so well. They're not here to like judge this meal on like, this is gonna be like the final meal of that I ever get from this person. Like, I just want something to jam to and ride to. I think sometimes Drake do that a lot. I think Jay in his prime did that a lot. He just throw loosies, you know, just records that kind of just, you know, feed the appetite.
Pac was just like,
it's just
new record out, new record out,
just
new
go,
record
just
out.
give it to him.
Ace, you've been fighting for this record for a minute, and like technically,
yeah,
the record will be out by the time this is out. But right now, it's factually, like in this moment that we're speaking, factually, it's not out in the world.
Oh, Inception, you're confusing people. It's out right now.
Can we say factually?
We're talking
again?
to you from the future.
Fact. It's a Delism.
Facts. Actually.
No, chill. How do you feel that it's finally like people are gonna be able to hear it?
It's great, man. It's just, I mean, you know.
Because you fought, man. You fought for this. Like, he was like, I don't know. You were like, bro, let's put it out. I was like, yeah.
You don't like the record either, see?
No, it's not that I don't like the record.
Body language.
We do. No, I was like, well, but I know I don't have a crystal ball. I'm like, shoot, you might put this joint out and it goes crazy. Or you might not. That doesn't mean I'm right. That doesn't mean you're wrong. Other way doesn't mean you're wrong. It means that people responded to something. But how do you feel that it's finally, you know, coming out? And is, you know, this is something obviously you want to encourage more, man. Like,
yeah, this is great. First, this whole thing is dope, man. Like, the fact that it's coming out is amazing. Governor B killed it. I just feel like, I think about the Andy's fans more importantly is like, you know, they just want more music. Eddie's did a good job of feeding it to them, the sword, the arrow. But people just hungry. You got to give them something to eat. That's my whole thought process with it. And it's a good joint. Like, that's it.
Yeah, I think the fact that we're doing this and saying like, yo, here are just joints from the vault. Like, and that's the whole context of this. And I don't have to be like, whenever I release something, be like, this is Andy Mineo. I need the whole world to know about it right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel like, yo, this record's so crazy. And like, I believe in every aspect of it, from the production to my vocal tone to the mixing to like, here's me. Here's like if I'm feeding you, here's an Andy sandwich. And there's not many people in the world who want those. All right. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.